वेंकी, अगला क्वेश्चन जोश का है। जोश ये कहते हैं कि अभी रिसेंटली एक इंसिडेंट हुआ, रिजवान वाज वॉकिंग बैक टू द पवेलियन और जो स्पेक्टेटर्स थे, इंडियन स्पेक्टेटर्स ने बड़े गर्म जोशी से, बड़े जोश के साथ जय श्री राम और ये वगैरह नारे वारे लगाए, और इस वजह से काफी क्रिटिसिज्म हुआ इंडियन स्पेक्टेटर्स का कि इस तरीके के नारेबाजी नहीं होनी चाहिए। व्हाट्स योर व्यू ऑन दिस, वेंकी?
Josh, that's about it. That's Josh. The crowd were full of Josh. As simple as that, Josh. Look, the point is, Josh. I mean, बहुत कुछ बोलते रहेंगे, कहते रहेंगे spectators. So the moment you are in the ground, you got to forget it. You got to, you shouldn't notice all these things. Shouldn't take it to heart. It's not that this is the only time that has happened. So, जब पाकिस्तान में खेल रहे हो कुछ तो होता रहता है, और even when we played against Pakistan, there were a few players who used to shout their slogans. So,
players slogan करते थे.
Exactly, Sharat. I've seen it. I've faced it. But then I was wondering, I mean, why do you have to bring in this sort of a religious sentiment onto the field? So I used to feel, I don't want to name that player, Pakistani player, when we were playing at Eden in Kolkata, or one of the test matches, that was in 98, okay, Asian Test Championship mein. So, but see, you just have to take it, yeah, come on. I mean, and there's been a huge racist comments here and there, and yeah, now racism is not allowed anywhere. Okay, so this has got nothing to do with racism. Koi Jai Shri Ram bola hoga, koi spectator. Is not the player who has done it. And in fact, the players who have done some crazy things on the field to show the religion, right? We saw that happening in Dubai.
Yeah.
When one of the Pakistani player did something in front of the Indian spectators, right? That is not right. Players should not bring in any sort of a religious sentiment on the field. Crowd ko chhod do yaar. Yeah, unless and until it is a racist comment. That is definitely not allowed.
Fantastic. आप जब बांग्लादेश गए या पाकिस्तान गए, आपने जब खेला, तो वहां पे स्पेक्टेटर्स का भी इस तरीके का रिएक्शन रहा?
Yeah, I mean, there are reactions, like those, and you tend to just, ignore that. But a few players have taken it to heart, and they have complained to the umpires, and then the spectator has been pretty much removed from the stadium. That also we have seen. We have, so we all would have faced it. But I think what's very important as a player, the moment you're walking in, is to just focus on the game, be in the process, try to win the game for your country, and try to do your job to the best of your ability, and not allow that to affect your performance. As simple as that. Well, when Azhar used to, Azhar had complained once in Sri Lanka. The Sri Lankan couple of fans, they kept on shouting, and that at some point, I think in late 90s, I'm talking about, that did affect Azhar's performance, because he was focusing on what was said off the field. Anyway, it is not a racist comment at all. The fan was just encouraging his own team, but then he was so loud, and that did affect Azhar's batting. So he did complain, but then you couldn't do anything about it. Nobody could do anything, because he was not saying any sort of or making any personal comments. Right, so I think it's very important for the player to ignore a few things and then focus on the game.
Absolutely. Ashish has a follow-up point to this. He says that he's remembering the Alu incident where Inzamam was heckled by someone in the crowd, and Inzamam got a bat and he got into the crowd, and
exactly,
there was a lot of ruckus. So this is something that's absolutely not acceptable from players.
They can't take law in their own hands. Yeah, all you can do is you can go and complain to the umpire, and the umpire in turn is going to complain to the referee, and the referee is going to take up this matter with the concerned authority. Could be ICC or could be BCCI or the respective board, cricket board, as simple as that. So that's all you can do. Yeah, I mean, if you can identify, suppose if it's really hurting your feelings in any sort of a way, and if it's a racist comment especially, then you can identify the player, and the player will be removed from the stadium, and he sometimes they might not even allow that fan, the spectator, to get into any of the venues. So that's how strict ICC and the other boards are when it comes to racism, right? So that's the best one can do, I suppose.